Hello and welcome to Recreating Epic Cars Episode 5. This is a bit of a special Recreating Epic Cars. It's not like a special edition where it's anniversary or anything, but it actually has to do with FailRace versus the community. Like I said in many of my videos, I watch FailRace quite a lot. He's my model for Forza videos. And he does FailRace versus the community, which is basically anybody in the Forza community can join him for a race against him and his two partners, Daniel and Husky. So this week's race is Open E-Class, which means that you can choose quite a lot of cars. You can choose something like this Fiat 131 Abarth, you could choose a Hummer H1, you could choose lots and lots of small hatchbacks, you could have a VW Beetle, you can have a lot of things. So luckily I was able to secure in I think it was the 14th spot, or 15th spot out of everybody else. That probably means I'm going to be in the second race. These spots do come up, these spots do go pretty quickly, so basically now we have to use a car. I am not actually going to choose this Abarth, because while it is a really good car for E-Class, it accelerates really nicely, and for the most part it turns very well. I want to choose something that's a lot more stable, a lot more reliable. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use a Toyota Aygo. FailRace actually has provided tunes for these cars. However, what I've done is I've taken a look at the community I've turned to the community to look for tunes that are excellent. And I need to buy an Aygo, and you can have it in many of the colors. You can have it in silver, white, red, other red, black, and some sort of lighter black. Very, very dark gray, as Batman would say. But anyway, we need to buy this Aygo. And I've already bought the tune, which I have no idea if it's good. It's been downloaded quite a lot. It's rated pretty high, so I'm assuming that it is very good. So I'm just going to go straight into my tuning setups. This is what it is. Aygo E99, created by Artax20. I think it's had about maybe 300 downloads in it. Let's see, hang on a second. I have no idea if I have actually free upgrades, but I am not gonna worry about that. Where does all the money come from? Are we using it? We're not using a Celica engine, but we're not changing the drivetrain either, as far as I know. Are we charging this somehow? What are we doing? Why is it going to cost me 16,000 credits for it? What is it that they're installing? Sure. I don't know. Why? It's a bit baffling to me, honestly. Okay, so we have lots of aero, and we have some good tire rims stuff as well. I'm pretty sure this is front-wheel drive, right? Oh, it's rear-wheel drive. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Well, if this one doesn't work out for me, I can always go for another car. I slightly fear that this may be a bit unstable. But what we have to do now is, because it's Recreating Epic Cars, what we do is we paint the cars. And like it should say in the thumbnail, I'll make sure I do that right, it's gonna be a My Little Pony G4 racing car. Finally, I can actually showcase it in a practical way. So, the base coat of the car is going to be this sort of blue. I'm not quite sure what kind of blue it is. It's probably, I would say that's Rainbow Dash blue, I think. Now we do a black hood, and then we have red side mirrors. I think that's just what I always do, for some reason. Yeah, that kind of dark red. That looks quite nice. The wing, I think we'll paint that black, because that'll look nice, I think. Because otherwise you're just painting... Actually, not painting that much of it, but we can have it black. That'll look cool. The rims? Oh. Any little bit of the rims, if it can be painted, it usually will be orange. But I can't see any of it. We're gonna save that. And now we're actually gonna paint it. This is not gonna be time-lapsed, because since this is my own car, I kind of want to be able to explain the whole process of how this all works. I think I have all the ponies that are necessary. I know I have all the ponies that are necessary, I just don't know if I have all the variations. But one of the first things that I do is, I'm going to go to the top. We're going to load a layer group Okay, so I do have lots of different ones. I was prepared for this. I will add my YouTube little things. That'll be for when I am actually racing in FailRace. You'll be able to see that's me. So we're going to use this orange stripe. This is going to be the other sort of main feature of it. We're going to push it back to a practical area. I'm going to say that's good. It doesn't really matter where it is in relativity to the left or the right. It just needs to be there. Because usually at the top, obviously, you have the window, so... Alright, that's good. I think what we're gonna put next on the top, we're gonna put the main 6 on the hood. That's what I always do. It's quite a lot of layers. I think this was the shot from, I think, was it Cutie Mark Chronicles? Is that right? I think that's what it was. Where all the main 6 revealed to the Cutie Mark Crusaders how they got their cutie marks. So we're gonna put that all the way down there. We gotta make sure that they all fit on the hood. Which it sort of does. Sort of, not really actually. So we're gonna have to downsize that. And that's good. So now on the top we're gonna have to put on one more sponsor. We're gonna put on the racer group. The reason why I have the racer group on is actually a story for another time. There's a specific car that I would like to do a little recreating epic cars for that, so I'm not gonna spoil that yet. But we're gonna move that over here, I think, quite conveniently. I don't think, I've never thought of actually putting my sponsor of myself on the top. I think what I usually do is I put the My Little Pony Film logo, which, oh, not enough layers. Do I have a lower res version of it? This one is 192. I think, is there a 141 version? 140 version? Maybe not. So, what do I do here in this case? I think what I've done, I have put a hub logo before, but not always. So, what do I need to do? What am I gonna do? I guess I am gonna put my own sponsor on it. I don't think I've ever really had that happen before. I don't think... What if I put on my other cars? I don't know now. We're gonna downsize this to a practical size. This is my YouTube URL, if you don't know what it is. Was kind of an accident on how I actually came up with that name. Again, it's also a story for another time. If somebody does ask me that, say in the Q&A, which I will do that once I get more well-known, I'll do one of those. But we'll downsize that to a practical size. I think it said it was a locked... Did it say that this was a locked design? I thought I made this one myself. Did I not? Apparently I didn't. Okay. So, now we're gonna go to the back because we need to put on the license plate. As you can see, there was a Equestria license plate, not Great Britain, Equestria. And the number I have is 007. The reason why I have 007, I will reveal that as the story, because it's part of My Little Pony G for Racing. It actually has to do with my favorite number being 7, because 7 is the number of completion. However, I did find out that somebody had already taken the number 07, so I thought, oh, whatever, let's just do 007. And so that's what happened, and for the most part it works. So, yeah, that's why it's 007. Don't worry, I do have Aston Martin My Little Pony G for Racing cars, so it's not like it's sacrilege, if that's what you're really going to argue about. So now we're going to put that there. We're going to try to move that back a decent area, and to line that up with the back. You can't perfectly line it up with the back for some reason. I don't know why, but you just can't. That's just the strange thing about this. Whether I should I don't think I need to angle this thing because in relativity to the bottom, it's not any bit wrong. I'm gonna need to remember the position. Negative 31, 147. That's what it was. Negative 31, 147. Okay, so it was negative 31, 147. So now we gotta spin at 180, and it should look the same. I think. I might be wrong. Not sure. Let's see. That looks about right, actually. So that's good. Alright, now we're gonna put on the number 007. I will put on different versions of the 007 depending on what kind of racing event it is. Where the 007 goes on the car, it always will go on the front doors, but it may change positions depending on what ponies I'm putting on it. So that's 50. Here, let's do 5150. Oh, that's gone a bit weird. There we go. Okay, so 51 and 50. That's what it was. 51, 50. Alright. And now what I think we're going to do is we are going to put this on. We are going to put the My Little Pony logo here on the rear door. Is what we're going to do. We're going to have to downsize that, of course. Quite a big size, actually. I want to make it look a little bit realistic, that you can just fit the whole decal on the door. So, do it like that. In this case, the decal will not be quite in the same position for the other side. I don't know why, really. That's just how it is. So this, I just eyeball it. It's all good. Alright, we've got that done. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull back the 007 logo a bit. So now that's at 3. And we're going to put a pony over here. I don't really care which one is on it, just as long as it sort of fits. Since I've provided quite a lot of space, I'm going to put Philly Fluttershy from Call of the Cutie, I think it was. No, Cutie Mark Chronicles as well. That's what it is. Let's see, who are we gonna put on this side? Do I have a derby one? I really hope I do have a derby. I don't think I do though. I seem to not have a derby. Okay then. So we are gonna put. Let's see, we're gonna put a Rainbow Dash. Oopsies. We're gonna put a Rainbow Dash, I think, on one of the wheel arches, I think. We're gonna put her here, maybe? If we spin her a bit. Oh, wait, no, that was the size. I totally messed that up. Okay. Now if we spin that a little bit, it looks like she's flying over the wheel arch, which is kind of cool, but then now that means that we have a bit of empty space over here. Yeah, that does happen. So what I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna put a pony on the other side. I don't think that's not the only Pinkie Pie I have, right? I think I have a bouncing Pinkie all the way over here, right? Yes, I do. So we'll move her over here. I did press the right button for that. This one is not going to be so practically pasted. I don't know. She's hopping on a wheel arch. That's what she's doing. She goes through the door, but it's fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put on what sponsors we do have. I need to put on my YouTube here somehow, which means I'm actually gonna have to move everything down a bit. Right, okay. We can do that. We can move that all down just a little bit, I think. Move that below the door lock, just slightly below the door lock. And now we can have YouTube. I'm surprised I didn't make this one. I know I made one for my non-Xbox Live Gold accounts, but I guess not. Alright, that works. So now we need to put on sponsors. Where's the sponsors? We have TRG, which we're gonna bring it down, I think, to 0.8, which is good. And now we need Yahoo. Yahoo is also Yahoo is another special logo, another special company that is actually in the same story as TRG, in which, yeah, you guys will find out when I release it. Do I have any other? I have one more. I have a Vinyl Scratch Audio. I don't have any other sponsors, unfortunately. I guess I don't have a hub. I think I had a hub sponsor in my other account. I don't have one here. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like that's going to be it for this side because we're pretty much max layers. So we're going to go over to the other side and we're going to see, first of all, which pony do we need? We need to have, see, we can have Future Twilight Sparkle, or we can have Applejack, maybe? Applejack is, again, she'll be a pony that's sort of over the wheel arch. This is actually working quite well, honestly. It's good. We're gonna just make her a bit bigger. Cool. Where's her mouth? I think that the mouth looks a little bit weird because that's the door handle. Her mouth is in the door handle. So basically, when you open the door, you're grabbing Applejack's mouth. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We gotta put on our sponsors now. This is too big, of course. Actually don't know what size it was on the other side. I don't know. I'm not gonna really worry about that though. 007 is 007 here, slightly consumed. I'm gonna move that down a bit. This is all sort of just now a conglomerate of stuff. That's kind of what just happened. Because this is a small wheelbase car, I'm pretty much always putting my livery on a longer car. So this problem usually doesn't happen. I don't want it to get on Applejack, so we're gonna have to move this logo down a bit. Slightly consumed Fluttershy. We're gonna put Fluttershy on top, and we're gonna put her below. There we go. Yeah, this is not my prettiest of cars, but it's okay. So now we have to put on the same sponsors. We'll put them in a different location, since it's different with the different ponies being there. I think that hasn't consumed any of the logo, so now we can put Yahoo, which we put down to size 40. And now we're gonna take it over here, I think. And the vinyl scratch audio will go where it's slightly over the wheel arch, I think. I did not pass it, right? No, I did not pass it. Sometimes I just totally forget what I'm doing and then I go in the wrong direction of everything. Alright, so we got that side done. Now we just need to get the front bumper and the rear bumper. So let's see, who have we not done? We haven't done Rarity and we haven't done Twilight. Rarity we're gonna put up front. Yes, Rarity, you're gonna be in the front of my car. You're gonna create quite a show, my lady. Yes, and 007 license plate. That'll fit quite perfectly, I think. Sort of. Not really. It's okay. Let's see, can I put my YouTube here? I think I can. It's gonna be smaller, of course, because it's on a smaller canvas piece here. So it's okay. We're gonna downsize that quite a lot too, because you need to be able to put that there. Alright, that looks pretty good. We got Rarity up front. Yeah. On the rear we have a couple of things to put on. First of all, we need to put Twilight on. We're gonna have two things. Quite conveniently, we have a triangle, which I know is quite used for road signs here in America. For Great Britain and other countries, I have no idea. You guys have to tell me that. But hey, you got a triangle. That doesn't indicate a slow car. This is not a slow car. It's not a red triangle. Red triangle in some states means that it's a slow car, but no, it's not a slow car. I just realized that. Triangle basically means yield. How about that? No, then it have to be an upside down triangle. I don't know. Maybe that's just entirely failed. I have no idea now. Ah, great. Alright, one more thing, I think. Here we go. Oh, there's not enough layers? Oh, by how much? How many layers do I need? I think it's 140 layers. Oh my gosh, it's 200. So who do I take out? Wait a second, how many layers does Twilight use? I think she uses 200? Pinky uses how many? She uses... Oh man. So I can't have one of them on it. I really want to have Pinky there because that's just hilarious. I think it's hilarious. Okay. Alright then, so we're gonna cut Twilight out of here, and we're gonna replace Pinky. We're gonna put Pinky. We're gonna leave Pinky in the back. Future Twilight will be on my wheel arch. That's how it's gonna work. Okay. I'm a bit surprised. This actually looks like a pretty decent Twilight, and only uses 200 layers, so I'm impressed at whoever you are. I don't know who designed it. I don't know. If you pause the video, you'll see who designed it. Should I do? I wonder. Should I do sort of black trim on the bottom? Let's just see how it looks. If we do this, what if I do it pink? Oh, pink will just be so weird. It's accenting, I suppose. Yeah, we'll do that. It's down to 182.50, right? Not in this case, apparently. Seems like the right side is not quite long enough. How did I say that in the wrong way? Quite not quite. That is so... Okay. Alright. We got this. And now we need to do the left side, which is over here. Down here. Or should I make it pink? Should I make it pink because then that'll kind of make sense? I think. Because it's ponies. Wait, that's 182.50. This is 183.50. Oh, weird. Okay. Maybe I should. Let's just see. I'm curious. What if it's pink? I want to see. What if it's pink? We're gonna have to or purple. Oh, this is so weird. This is so weird, but sure. That's sort of like a magenta, I guess, which will do. Or what if it's purple? If it's purple, nah, we're gonna have it in that. Or do you just suggest that salmon, maybe? I don't know anymore. This is what I'm doing. Alright, so just don't argue with it. Don't argue with it. This is how I'm designing my car. Sometimes I do have these colored skirts on them, so we're gonna do that. Alright, now that we're in the back, we're gonna put on our last thing. That most important thing that actually would be useful to me if I can actually drive. Because in most of the FailRace vs. community events I've participated in most cases I've spun out or made really sad mistakes. So we're gonna do that. Actually, we're gonna move that over a little bit. Size that up. I know I race like a girl, try to keep up. Yeah! Alright, so we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that to design catalog and current car. Best abbreviation for me will be MLP G4R. That's My Little Pony G for Racing. As you guys might know if you have been with my channel for long enough, or if you have bothered to go to my older videos from maybe about a year ago. I have created quite a lot more MLP G4R cars, just haven't done a video for them. But now, because now I realize that this car is rear-wheel drive, we're gonna have to test it on a track to make sure that's slightly practical. So we're gonna need a track that will be testing all types of corners, and you know what? We're gonna use Hockenheimring because that has a good combination of both the long and fast corners and the short and slow corners. Look at that, it's a bona fide race car. It's a bit of a hodgepodge, but nevertheless, it's my race car. And it's what I'm probably going to be using. I will be using this car with this livery for FailRace vs. the community. If I'm going to be using this tune, I have no idea. I didn't expect that it would be rear drive. But the other tune that I saw is, so... Ooh, listen to that sound! Listen to that turbocharger! Sweet. Okay. So, can we take this flat out? Almost flat out. And it was pretty planted, actually. Alright, our brakes. Ooh, brakes are really good. Okay. you're doing pretty good. This car is feeling planted, it's feeling deliberate right now. I think our last test will be perhaps on Fujimi Kaido, I think, maybe. Okay. What I could do is go over to go online and do some test racing. I'll probably do that later just to make sure that I know how to drive this car to actually get some experience racing it with other people. But I'll do that later. Look at that, I can just drive this so deliberately. Oh, just a tiny bit of a slide coming out there. That'll only be really wasteful if I'm really wasteful with the throttle, but I'm not. This is good. The top speed is obviously not excellent, but chill, look at that. I'm quite impressed with this car, I think. Listens to that sound to it, and it's a clean lap, which is really good. So, apparently, I cannot take this corner flat out, which I will save that for future reference if I ever race on Hockenheim, but excellent. I finally learned how to use no ABS, so awesome. This is a pretty good car, actually. I don't think I need to change my tune. This is a really good car, honestly. It's a lot better than I expected, really. Because with a short wheelbase, I expected it to be quite twitchy, but I mean, it only has 100 horsepower, and I assume it has quite a lot of grip, so that's really cool, actually. I am going to be using this for FailRace vs. the community, I think. I will be making a video of me racing in it. I'm probably not going to be talking so much because I'm going to be focusing quite a lot to make sure that I don't actually fail, because I have failed quite a lot before in FailRace vs. the community, which actually quite fits the tradition quite nicely. But anyway, that is it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any cars that you would like me to do, just put it into the requests, as long as it's realistic. It's in Forza 4 or Forza Horizon. But thank you very much for watching, God bless you, and until next time, goodbye.